Fashion is full of rules, but let's be honest, most of them are actually outdated. In 2025, the rules aren't about things like hemlines and age limits. Instead, they're about confidence, proportions, and most importantly, making the clothes you own work really hard for you. So today I'm breaking down the fashion rules that actually matter this year and the ones that we can finally leave behind. Hi, I'm Leonie and welcome to my channel. Now, fashion rules get a bad rap, and I think for very good reason. I don't think fashion should be about restriction and being told what to do, but there are some quote-unquote rules that I definitely think are outdated and potentially limiting how good we look and feel in our clothes. So if any of these rules don't apply to you, that's absolutely fine. Take them with a grain of salt, but I'm sure there will be a couple here that will kind of make you think a little bit. Now, rule number one, it's really important to balance proportions. Now, oversized fits have been happening quite a lot. They're still very much here this season. So think things like oversized blazers and trousers and tees and button downs. The oversized look is still very much a happening thing. But the real rule here is to balance your proportions. So if you are wearing something that's a little more oversized on top, then balance that out with something that's more slimline or fitting down below. It's about creating a really nice balance in your outfit. And what I believe we need to ditch is the idea that everything needs to be flattering or slimming. I always think it's worthwhile remembering that clothes are about expression. It's the way we present ourselves to the world. They're not about making us shrink and be smaller. Now, rule number two, and this may seem a little predictable, but it is invest in quality basics. Now, those quality basics are the backbone of any good wardrobe. They're the capsule pieces that you reach for time and time again, you wear regularly, and so it does make sense to invest as much as you can afford in some of those pieces. And we do need to ditch that save it for best mentality. I've always believed that your wardrobe should serve you daily. If you love something, wear it, just whether it's to the supermarket or to a coffee date. Even if it is a special piece, wear it and enjoy it. In my mind, life is the special occasion, so nothing is too good to keep for best. I've been talking a lot about how important it is for me this year to be wearing what I own without having to buy new. And that reminds me, I do have a book. I wrote an ebook to share with you exactly how to do that. It's 113 pages. It's a really easy read. It's full of workbooks and little challenges, basically designed to help you get the absolute best out of the clothes you own. So you don't have to buy more. There's just a few little mind shift changes that you can make that will be an absolute game changer and help you just wear those pieces that have been hanging in your wardrobe and not getting worn. So I'll leave a link to my book down below, and if you are interested, go and check that out for sure. Now, please bear with me for this one, but the rule is to play with gender neutral dressing. Now, what I'm talking about when it comes to gender fluid dressing is mixing some more masculine pieces back with some of your feminine pieces as well. And it's really just not worrying about if a piece looks too masculine or if it looks too feminine, combining the two to create really interesting outfits. And also, I often talk about shopping in the menswear sections, and especially at this time of year. Beautiful fall coats and jackets are always going to be far more affordable in the men's section. It's something that still kills me, but it is actually true. And especially if you're going to thrift, try thrifting coats and jackets and blazers in the men's section first. I think you might be surprised with what you will find and the actual quality that you can find also. But certainly mixing feminine and masculine is really mainstream now. So even things like oversized button downs, tailored trousers, brogues, you name it. They all look amazing on women at any age. And we need to ditch the whole notion of age-appropriate dressing. I'm a big believer in our style reflecting our life, not a number. I'm 58 and I wear what makes me feel good, and I encourage you to do the same, regardless of your age. Now, rule number 4 is to care about the way things fit. The way things fit our body is, in my mind, something that never goes out of style. Even with oversized clothing, the shoulders should still sit well, the length should still work for your frame, and tailoring, or certainly good tailoring, is always your best friend. And ditch the idea that every trend is going to suit everyone, and in particular, every trend is going to work for you, because they don't. I look at trends as like a menu at a restaurant. I can pick what suits me and what will work for me and what I'd like to experiment with, but it's just an offering of options. Don't be discouraged if you feel that a season isn't right for you because there's no trends that you really like. That's fine. That happens to everyone. Not all trends, not all seasons are going to show up trends that suit your taste and your lifestyle, and that's absolutely okay. So the take home here is really to pick what suits your lifestyle and your body and leave the rest. Now, rule number 5 is to use accessories to define and refine your style. The difference between an outfit looking good and looking great is often the accessories that we team with that outfit. They are the finishing piece of the puzzle, and they're the icing on the cake. So accessories, I believe, are a really important part of not only creating an interesting outfit, but putting your stamp or putting your mark and your uniqueness on an outfit. So in 2025, it's all about statement belts, oversized earrings, bold sunglasses. Whatever accessories work for you, then don't forget to add them. Add those accessories before you walk out the door, whether it's a necklace or whatever it may be. They do just make that little bit of difference to an outfit, and just certainly for me, make me feel a little bit more put together. And I've actually mentioned this before, but I do believe we need to ditch the idea of everything has to match, that our handbags and our shoes need to match. And certainly I haven't been following that rule for a very long time, and I do love mixing it up a little bit and creating a statement, say in my footwear or a handbag, or adding a hat to my outfit, and it all doesn't have to be cohesive. And that's the fun in creating some interest in an outfit and just playing with the pieces that you own. Now, this rule is one that is often overlooked, but do think about mixing textured pieces in your outfits. Mixing textures is all about mixing different types of fabrics in an outfit. So things like combining, say, denim, pairing it back with silk, or leather with a chunky knit, or even a crisp cotton with a soft cashmere. It really does make a simple outfit look expensive and intentional. And I've always said that texture mixing within one outfit is the easiest way to make any outfit look expensive, if that's the look you're going for. And if you do want to put together an outfit that is made up of pieces that are in similar fabrics, or the weight of the fabric is similar, then that's when your accessories really come in handy, just to add those interesting elements and take your outfit from being something that's kind of simple to something that's a little bit more textured, sculptural, and ultimately interesting. The next rule that's worth following, especially at this time of year when it starts to get a little bit colder, is heroing your outerwear pieces. And ditch the idea of those outerwear pieces just being functional. Your coat or your jacket or your outerwear piece is the first thing that people see when they see you in winter. So why not make a statement out of it? A great trench coat, or a beautiful long wool coat, or a leather jacket, whatever it may be, make these pieces interesting and fun so you actually enjoy putting them on, and there's a fashionable element to them. You can have both. You can have a piece that looks great but is also practical. And I think we don't have to choose between one or the other. And that's why I say we should ditch the idea of those outerwear pieces only being practical. We can have both. It's so easy to settle for any outerwear piece that's going to keep us warm in winter. Let's face it, that is what we need them for. But you can find some great options that are going to be fashion forward. They're also going to keep you warm. They're just going to make you feel fabulous fabulous. And who doesn't need to feel great when it's really cold outside? Now, the next rule is to add a pop of color, and we need to ditch the idea of playing it too safe. Adding one bright, colorful piece to an outfit, whether it's a bag or shoes or a jacket or coat, can really bring an outfit to life. And this fall, winter, beautiful saturated reds, bright cobalt blues, and rich greens are huge. So be a little bit bold. If you are investing in some new pieces, think about adding some color. One of the ways that I've been adding a bit of color and fun into my outfits is with some cool sneakers. Now, I've updated my Adidas sneakers. I bought this really cool pair that I absolutely love. We know that animal print is trending at the moment. I love the fact that they have these bright orange laces that kind of tie in with the bright orange trim here. They're super fun and surprisingly versatile to team up with everything. I basically always think that any kind of animal print, I treat it like a neutral, and I've been treating these sneakers as neutrals and been wearing them a lot and loving them. In fact, I've been just looking for new and different ways to wear them because they're comfortable and they're fun. And we're ditching playing it safe. Now, this is something that I need to do more and more, and I often find myself having to kind of push myself slightly out of my comfort zone when it comes to styling outfits. I like to push myself, but my natural instinct is to play it a little bit safe with my outfits. But playing it safe isn't exactly fun. So let's ditch the idea of just practicality and wearing all neutrals because it's cold outside and we don't want to think too much. Inject some color and vibrancy into your outfits, and I bet we will all feel a lot better for it. And the next rule is to tailor our clothes and basically reject the idea that near enough is good enough when it comes to fit. Now, when it comes to tailoring, I'm not talking about a huge adjustment or completely reworking something so that it looks different on you. I'm just talking about small tweaks to make pieces really fit you well. So it might be things like adjusting the hemline on a skirt or trousers, adjusting the length of arms or sleeves, nipping a piece in at the waist. It's these little adjustments that can completely transform a piece. And little tweaks in tailoring can also make thrifted pieces and some of your more high street brands look far more expensive. And that's why I think we need to ditch ill-fitting clothes. And I suppose I can say I often fall into this trap where I'll see something, I'll absolutely love it, I'll try it on, and it's slightly ill-fitting, but because I love the color or that particular style, I'll grab it and try and make it work. But what generally tends to happen is it never makes me feel fabulous because there's that little sort of fit issue that doesn't quite work. So if something doesn't fit you well when you try it on, just walk away or consider getting it tweaked and tailored so that it does work for you. And the last rule is to try statement belts and all sorts of waist detailing. Fall winter 2025 is all about belts, and belts mean defining our waist. Now, I showed you guys in a recent video an oversized blazer that I've been wearing belted quite a bit recently, and I have actually started to just wear belts a little bit more to change the look and the proportion of some of the pieces that I already own. And you can use those belts to define your waist over blazers, knit dresses, coats, or just have a play with some of the pieces that you already own. I recently bought this very cool, hang on, let me go and grab it and I'll show you. It's a tie belt that I'm getting so much wear out of. Hang on a second. It's kind of a little bit hard to show you, but it's basically this faux leather cord belt, and it's got this little adjustable toggle here. I've been tying it sort of different ways, but it's a great piece to wear over some of my blazers. I've actually been wearing it over the blazer that I showed you earlier, and it's going to be one of those pieces that I keep for many years to come. It's a great way of just cinching in my waist, and it was really affordable. I will link it below. So those are the fashion rules that I believe actually matter this year, and the ones I'm happily ditching. Remember, style is meant to empower you, not restrict you. And please let me know in the comments below which fashion rules you break without hesitation and why. And as I mentioned earlier, accessories are a great way to update any outfit and give them a little bit of a modern edge. So if you'd like to find out what fashion accessories are trending right now, then click or tap on the screen here and I will see you there.